Alright guys, welcome to LegendSpeaks, and I just want to go over a couple of things today. Mainly, this is the World Championship Qualifier European Union 2016 deck breakdown. This is the top 64 deck breakdown last year. Just look at how diverse this is. You have Phantom Knights, Burning Abyss, Domain Monarchs, Pendulum, Demise Cosmos, Fire King Cosmos, Cosmos, Burning Abyss, XYZ Monarchs, and 8 Rogue tier decks. So, the point of this list that I'm bringing up now is, if you've been following along, the World Championship qualifiers are going on, and we just got a look at the top 64 decks that are competing, and, well, here's that list. Yeah, so, the top 43 are pure Zodiac builds, 9 are true Draco Zodiac builds, 8 are true Draco, 2 are Zodiac Kaiju, and then Invoked Witch and Pendulum Magician, are very fringe. The fact that 43 of these are taken up by pure Zoo builds. And then another 9 are taken up by Draco Zodiac builds, which I count as a Zodiac deck. And then another 2 are taken up by Zodiac Kaiju decks, which I count as Zodiac builds. So, really, you have 10 decks here that don't run the Zoo engine. And the other 54 are Zodiac decks. Some of them run True Draco, some of them run Kaiju, but at the end of the day, they're Zodiac builds. And that's ridiculous. I mean, when people say we're not in a Tier 0 format, and then look at this list, and still say we're not in a Tier 0 format, that's ridiculous to me. The last time I saw it, even Dragon Rulers format, you still had Spellbook. It was 2 main decks kind of competing. With this, it's 1. I mean, you can't sit there and tell me that, oh, but, you know, True Dracos are a deck too, so it's not Tier 0. True Dracos make up, like, less than 7% of the top decks this year. That is not a viable option to out-Zodiac at this point. You know, I mean, 43 decks are pure fucking Zodiac builds. This is ridiculous. Like, I personally have never been playing in a format where it was this fucking Tier 0-y, where it's like, this is the deck to play, and this is the deck to beat, and if you're not playing this deck, you're probably gonna get your shit pushed in. Honestly, the Invoked Wind Witch kinda caught me off guard. I mean, I did not expect to see that here. But this is top 64. Once we get to 32, I'm sure all this the bottom of this list is probably just gonna be gone, and it's just gonna be, you know, Zodiac and Draco Zodiac. That's all that's gonna be left, probably. Maybe the Zodiac Kaijus will stick around, honestly, because I just don't think a lot of people are running them. It's a good deck, I don't know. This was very shocking to me when I saw this statistic pop up, and I kind of cringed a little bit, because god damn, if you've been watching the live broadcast of the WCQ, it's nothing but Zodiacs all fucking day. Like, even the fucking commentators were having trouble keeping things interesting when every single deck plays Zodiacs, and it's like every single deck is making the same fucking move. You know, at least True Draco Zodiacs are a bit more interesting to watch, but they're just not doing as well. Pure Zodiacs are destroying this fucking game. They need to be hit. This is getting crazy. I feel like the TCG should have done what the OCG did to Zodiacs, and the fact that we didn't shows that, you know, this is what happens when you don't hit a threat with the ban list, is this shit. 43 goddamn decks in the top 64 run pure Zoo. That's stupid. And if it was just 43 and then all these other ones were diverse and shit, it wouldn't be as bad, but it's not. It's like 43 run Zoo. True Draco Zoo is 9. Zodiac Kaiju is 2. So, like I said, there's really 10 decks right now that are not running the Zoo engine. So, like, it's not diverse. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to play. It's an expensive format. It's really cancerous. It's like, it's hard to enjoy competitive Yu-Gi-Oh right now because of how lackluster and limited the selection that we have to play with is. And I know some people are gonna be like, oh well, you can win with any deck, just people aren't using them. No, not really. I'm very rogue. I don't like to play mainstream decks. I don't like to play super OP competitive meta decks, but there's a reason the Zodiac deck is doing so well. It was erroneously designed. I mean, Zodiacs are so fucking consistent and so powerful. There's really nothing that compares to it right now. And I would hate to say that because I love playing rogue. Fuck, my favorite deck is Fluffles and Relinquished Kaiju. Like, I'm the definition of a rogue player. You know, I wish I could say that you can play rogue in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh right now and do fine. You can't. You can't. I mean, look here. I mean, last year they basically had these bottom 8 were completely fringe rogue decks. They had to make a new. Look how diverse this is compared to the last list we just looked at. Look at this. This is what your top 64 should look like. A huge cast of decks. And yeah, okay, so like, oh, but Domain Monarchs and XYZ Monarchs, those are the same thing. And the 3 Cosmos builds are pretty much the same thing. Yeah, to an extent, they, you know, all 3 run Cosmos, and these 2 run Monarchs, and these run Burning Abyss, the same as these run Burning Abyss, but still, at the end of the day, that's at least 4 different decks in the top 8. And then you have this other down here. This is what I like to refer to as the Rogue section. That means there are 8 different decks that are non-meta, or don't align with any of the other decks, and can't really be grouped together. So they have the other section. This is how a top 64 should look. Yeah, there's 3 or 4 decks that are, you know, okay, Burning Abyss, Monarchs, Pendulums, and Cosmos. Last year, those were the 4 relatively good decks. I wouldn't say any one of them were better than the other ones. Like, yes, Burning Abyss, Phantom Knights were doing better at this point in time, but, you know, remember, you have 3 different Cosmo builds, so 8, 5, 5. That's a little bit higher than Phantom Knights Burning Abyss, but you also have to add the 5 Burning Abyss down here. You know, Monarchs were at 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, Pendulums were at 9. It's diverse. There's more to play, and this 8 other right here means that more decks could compete because there's more diversity in the format. Whereas you go back to the other list, and there is literally 0 diversity here. Unless you count True Dracos and Zodiacs. Like, I guess technically that is diversity, but even, again, this is such a huge difference. 8 True Draco builds versus 43 plus 9 Zoo builds, I guess plus 2. It's such a huge variance that these True Draco builds probably won't make it into the top 32. I highly doubt, with all the Zoo builds running around, that pure True Dracos will not make it into top 32. They'll be knocked out by True Draco, Zodiac, or pure Zoos. I'm looking, like, top 32, I'm putting money on being pure Zoo and True Draco Zoo. That's probably all that's going to be in the top tier, or top 32. And then, further on, when you get to 16 or 8, you're just going to see Zodiac. When you see a list like this at 64, you can almost guarantee that's how it's going to turn out at each stop. 32, 16, 8. And it's just going to get less and less diverse from there. Usually, if it's like, okay, top 4, 3 of the top 4 players are playing the same deck, that's not too bad. You know, that's like, okay, well, you know, one deck was better, but it took down to the bottom 4 to make it to where it was really like everyone was playing the same deck. It already looks like that now, and we still have 64 seats left, you know? So, I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention and give you my thoughts on it and why I think this is a garbage format we're in, and I honestly can't wait for a Link format to come out, and I can't wait for Konami to ban the fuck out of Zoo. Just, it needs to be hit. I'm tired of people defending Zoo, saying it's not the problem, or it doesn't need to be hit, because they wanted to spend $900 on a Zodiac deck, when you see something like this, and how abusable the engine is, you should probably know that it's probably going to get hit sooner or later. I personally think Konami took way too long to do shit about it, and with numbers like this, I don't want to say emergency banned anything, but I'm just going to say Worlds this year is looking pretty bleak, and it's not looking like it's going to be a fun Worlds to watch or play in. So, that's my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it was kind of a bummer video, but just, I got bummed out when I saw these numbers, and I just had to make a video about it. Like, ugh, this is just sad to look at, you know? I mean, this is, if you play Magic the Gathering, this is the Eldrazi period in Standard, where for like 2 months, nothing was running but Eldrazi builds. This is what this is. And, I'm just thankful that there's a light at the end of the tunnel when Worlds ends. Things are gonna change. But until then, buckle up, because we have a little bit more of Zodiac to go. So, thanks for watching, guys.